Colorado Springs homeowners, are you in need and looking at potentially replacing the siding on your home? My name's Kyle with Southern Mesa. Let's take a look at a siding project we just finished. We could talk through some of the pros and cons and certain things to consider when you begin that shopping process. In Colorado Springs, the most common siding is made by a company called Louisiana Pacific, or LP, and that's what we're looking at here. Otherwise, you're going to see maybe on a lap siding some Hardy, but that's going to be in the fire districts, mostly on the west side. When we are installing these products, we want to make sure that we are meeting manufacturer specs to hold to that warranty. One thing I wanted to highlight here is the lap siding meeting any drip edge. In this scenario, we're looking at it over an electrical meter, but it's most commonly found over windows and doors. A lot of installers will actually install this siding right here really tight to the drip edge. And that actually voids the warranty because that's not what the manufacturer recommends. They want to see that 3/8 inch gap so water doesn't pool and sit there and soak into the end grain of that lap siding on the top. So another cool feature that we like to do here at Southern Mesa is use what we call a spline board, which is what we're looking at right here. It's a vertical board going perpendicular to the lap siding that allows us to eliminate butt joints. And that's essentially two pieces of siding that butt up against each other. And in most scenarios, in most houses in the Springs, you'll find a plastic or aluminum piece of trim that goes on that butt joint. And a lot of times you'll see it staggered. A lot of that here in the neighborhood. For us, we like to eliminate that by doing this vertical board that you see here. All the siding comes in and hits that, and it's a lot cleaner look on a longer run on a house. Another feature to look out for when you're looking for a contractor is how they trim out all of the penetrations in the house related to the outlets like this one, lights, water spigots, various venting, things like that. Because what's going to happen is if you don't install a flat box and then you install that light on the siding, it's going to have a tilt to it. So it's not going to look as clean and professional. So installing these boxes that give a flat surface to mount to, like you see here, it's going to give it a lot cleaner and professional look. When the lap siding hits any trim on the house, this is on the corner here, but on windows and doors and other penetrations, a lot of siding installers will install this lap siding tight to the trim, then caulk that. Yes, it may look fine, but that's not what the manufacturer wants to see. And the purpose is so that 3/16 inch gap between the trim and the siding allows a large enough gap for enough caulking to put into that crack, so it gets a lot tighter seal instead of sitting just on the surface. It has a lot more material in there, so it locks in and is a lot stronger of a bond and prevents water penetration. LP, the manufacturer here, makes what they call a 4/4 or 5/4, which is essentially a 3/4 inch thick piece of trim or a 1 inch piece of trim. In this scenario, we used a 1 inch thick piece of trim, installed the trim first, and then put the siding up against it with that 3/16 inch gap. Prior to that, this house originally had the trim on the corners, on the doors of the house, put on top of the siding. And then there's gaps on the side, wind-driven rain, hail, various things like that. Water's getting behind there and over time rotting it out faster. This is creating a much tighter seal and prolonging the life of the siding that I think is highly worth considering when shopping. So those are just a few of many tips and tricks in regards to doing a siding project on your home. If you are looking to get some more information or even have questions related to the topics at hand, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to educate you in your shopping process as you're looking for a contractor to do that type of project. Also, feel free to head over to our website. We're going to have some blogs and some more educational content around siding in Colorado Springs. Not just LP, we're going to bring in some Hardy, some stucco, and some various other types of siding to educate you in choosing the best siding in Colorado Springs.